You're listening to the Health Review podcast, part of thehealthreview.com. I'm your host, Emily Rose Adams. Hi, thank you for joining me today. A lot of you won't know who I am, so I just wanted to take this opportunity to firstly say hello and tell you a little bit more about this brand new show, The Health Review, which I'm just so incredibly excited to be bringing to you. A little bit about me. I'm Emily. I'm a journalist and a news presenter living in London, and I've been working in the broadcasting industry for around 8 years. And one of my biggest passions in life has to be health. The world of news and broadcasting, as amazing as it is, can often be quite an unhealthy one, from consuming and making a lot of difficult, stressful content to also the stress of just overnight shifts and early mornings. It really can take a toll on the body. It certainly has for me over the years. And I've now learned, just how important it is to take care of our health, especially when, our jobs and our lives are pulling us in so many different directions as they do these days. That's why I've decided to use my experience in journalism to speak to experts and just bring you content that hopefully will inform but also inspire healthy habits. In this podcast, we're going to be delving into a wide range of health topics, from exercise and gut health to plant based nutrition, hormonal health, fertility, and managing stress. And I'm just so thrilled to be introducing you to a truly amazing lineup of guests. We've got doctors, health experts, fitness professionals, leaders in the wellness field to come into the studio to share their knowledge to help you make informed decisions about your health. The podcast is part of thehealthreview.com, which is a brand new online platform which I've launched. It's going to bring you the latest in health news, trends, and reviews, alongside some insightful columns from health professionals and experts. So if you are interested in reading about the latest in the health and fitness world, please do take a look at it. And through this podcast and the website, I want to help you stay up to date with the stories and health initiatives that really matter, as well as try to, just cut through some of the noise of the conflicting and overcomplicated information, which we know, there's just so much of it out there. Just a little bit about my own personal health journey. 6 years ago, around then, I went through my own sort of health transformation, and honestly, it was just completely life-changing. I'd struggled for years with just really low energy. I had chronic kidney infections and, well, just feeling awful. I got hooked on sugary processed foods. Drinking, was a regular thing, and I just couldn't really find the motivation to exercise or make healthier choices for myself. So after years of taking antibiotics, one day I just woke up and something clicked. It was almost like a sort of mental switch had turned on, and I said to myself, look, enough's enough. And that for me was just a huge turning point. I'd also just moved into a new house, and I really think that just having that fresh start really helped me begin with a new routine. So I basically just threw out all of the unhealthy stuff in my cupboards. I forced myself to exercise, which I think, by the way, was probably the exercise was the hardest part. I think I looked just absolutely awful on my little 10-minute runs around Hyde Park, gasping for breath. Um, since then, I've become probably obsessed with health, not just because I want to feel good, but because I know what it's like to feel awful. And, it's completely transformed my life, taking me from someone who really wasn't functioning all that well to someone who wakes up, pretty excited to live life most days. But one of the things that brings me the most joy is just sharing my own experiences with others who are going through similar issues, and so many people are. But of course, it is still a journey, and most of us will agree that our own routines are not perfect, and there is still a lot to be learned. So, one of the most significant realizations I think I had during my own health journey was just realizing that, change is possible. And I really hope that through these episodes, you'll be inspired to make positive changes alongside me as well. Which brings me on to say, I don't just want this podcast to be about me or the guests. I really want it to be about you. I want to hear the questions that you're asking, the topics that are perhaps on your mind, and the health hacks that you've seen and maybe want to explore. So if there is something you're curious about, or if you have any burning questions you'd like answered, I'd really love for you to get in touch. Ultimately, this podcast is about sort of building healthier foundations for ourselves that will allow us to thrive day to day. Well, thank you for tuning into the Health Review. I'm so excited to have you with me on this journey. Be sure, if you can, to check out our next episodes, and if you enjoy them, please do subscribe. See you soon.